just how weird is this weekend for you guys just to play out the string? You got a couple teams that unfortunately aren't going to the postseason. How does that impact the series tonight? Whatever. I mean, I guess you kind of know what I'm asking there.
Yeah, it shouldn't impact it at all. These last two games at home, we want to, get a couple wins in front of our fans, show our appreciation for their support all season, and we're going to try to put our best foot forward and win a couple hockey games.
Seth, how meaningful was the other night for you guys to get that win, and you got a little point streak going? Again, I know it doesn't mean anything big picture, but it's got to have some impact on you guys, just the way you've closed things out here so far.
Sure. There's no quit in our team, and we're going to fight till the last game. And like I said, I think looking back, on this little point streak we had, it's nice that it's been at home in front of our fans, and we can give them something to cheer about, because it's been obviously a rough season for everyone. So, that's something they deserve, and that's something we're trying to do for them.
And you had some positivity with Bemstrom's hat trick and Elvis with his silliness the other night. I mean, that's got to help kind of raise the mood in the room and help you guys finish the right way as well, right?
It does. It's great to see guys score, different guys score. Bemmer's first career hat trick. Elvis is playing great right now, and it definitely brings life to the bench. Brings some smiles that are desperately needed right now, and hopefully that those guys can put a few more pucks in the net. We can get a couple more wins. Just
real quick on Elvis, were you anywhere near when he came over and told Torts he was going to try and score the other night?
No, I wasn't.
All right. Hey, thanks.
Aaron Portsline. Go ahead, Aaron.
Hey, thanks, Glenn. Good day, Seth. When Nick Foligno is traded, does Seth Jones say to himself, I now have to be this in the dressing room a little bit more than I was before, or have you just been Seth Jones in the dressing room as always?
I've just been me, I think, but also at the same time, I'm aware that, Nick was a big voice in our room, and definitely more on the vocal leader side. And that's something that I can improve on, something I've worked on the past few years, really focused on. I'm not going to sit there and be a rah-rah guy by any means. I'm not going to change in that sense. I'm always going to be, a leader on the ice and the effort I put forward every night. But there are certain situations, certain times where leaders do have to speak up, whether it's positive or negative, whether you're calling guys out or all of the above. I think that's something I learned from Nick, how to read the temperature of a room and what the room needs any given day throughout a season. So I appreciate Nick for kind of being that guy for me, and not just him, but I got to learn from Shea Weber as well. And, with those two guys, I kind of saw both sides of the spectrum, and I just want to be a balanced leader.
Many kids grow up dreaming of being NHL captains someday. How important, how much would you enjoy the honor of wearing that letter? It's such a big deal in this game.
It's a huge deal. Yeah, it's a tremendous honor when an organization and everyone involved in it and the players all have a certain respect for you. And that's something that I've always grown up to try to be. It's just kind of came to me, I guess. And that's something that it's just a huge gratitude toward, all the players in the room and the coaches and what everyone thinks about you. So that's definitely a goal of mine.
Yeah. And can you speak, no one knows where it's going with John Tortorella and his future here, but can you just speak to the man and what he's meant to your career in your time in Columbus here?
Yeah, Torts has been definitely a huge stepping stone in my career. When I got here from Nashville when I was 21 years old, still learning how to be a professional, still learning how to be a top, try to be a top player, put my best game forward, 82 games in a season, 3 periods a game, and not take shifts off. And I think, when I first got here, I don't know if everyone remembers the story 5 years ago now, last game of the season against Chicago. And, I got benched for a whole second period, I think, because my first period was atrocious.
Right.
And So, from there on, I really focused on that, and I knew I took a bigger role here, and he told me, right from the get-go, I was going to take a bigger role here. And so I think he's helped me tremendously. He's always on top of me, treats me the same as anyone else in that dressing room, whoever's been in there the past 5 or 6 years. And that's what I appreciate about him the most. He's going to be open and honest, and that's something that has really helped our organization and the culture change of this team.
There are lots of strong opinions about him from outside the organization, certainly. What do you say to those people who wonder what it's like to play for him?
I mean, I would just say he's got a competitive edge, and he just wants to win. At the end of the day, just like all of us players, he may not do it in the fashion that you appreciate in the moment. Sometimes it may be overboard, but I think at the end of the day, he's just doing it how he knows, how to do it and how he sees best fit for the team. And at the end of the day, that's all that matters. And I think the older you get, the more you appreciate that and take it for what it is.
Yeah. Thanks, Seth.
Okay, next we'll go to Mark Scheid. Go ahead, Mark.
Hey, Glenn. Good morning, Seth. You mentioned it just a little bit ago about the whole learning to be a pro thing and preparation. And, from your point of view, kind of taking more of a leadership role, have you liked what you've seen from especially a lot of the younger players who may be going through this, still learning what it takes to become a pro in this league?
You're talking about on our team this year?
Yes.
Yeah, I think so. Obviously, we've have a lot of learning to do still, but at the same time, I think, that's really, my goal. That's the leaders on this team, his job to help propel these young guys forward, put them in situations to be successful, get on them when you see them doing something else that's not going to help our team move forward. And I think there's been, quite a bit of that this year. I hope we can all, take this bad experience of a year and use it towards something good in the future. That's obviously our goal coming out of this.